Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we make custom maple coins. Now you might be wondering, how do we make maple coins? The first step of this is actually to use live edge wood. So here's actually the other half of the piece of wood that I use to make the coins with. So it's solid wood, real wood. So it's not a laminated board or anything like that. And the first step actually is to just break it down to something that's more manageable. The coins themselves are roughly 1/8 or 3 millimeters thick, and that there is roughly 1 inch thick. So just by deduction, the first thing you have to realize is that after you cut it to size that you need to do the whole job, the next step is to actually resaw it all so that you have slats that are roughly 1/4 inch thick. So this is actually one of the slats that I laser cut these coins out of. And you can see here that, again, it's the same live edge wood. Everything's fine with it. And it's solid maple. Now you can see the amount of wasted material is almost nothing. There is a bit wasted here and there just because I can't fit the coins. You want to be able to cut out a solid coin, not a partial coin. You also want to account for coins that just won't work out, because again, it's real wood, so you might have some knots. You might have some material defects, you might have rod holes, real wood has issues. So you don't want to have any of those issues going to the coins, not really because of the aesthetic, but more importantly, you want a nice clean surface like this here to do the laser engraving work. If you have a surface full of knots and stuff like that, the laser still does the work, it's just not as deep or as consistent, but more importantly, the coin itself is weak. In this job here, we actually did both sides. So you got to consider that you have a 1/8 inch, and on both sides you're removing, I'd say, maybe 1/32 to 1/16. So you have an inner core that's still relatively strong, but you don't want to have any defects there that could affect the durability of the coin itself. Now when it comes to laser engraving, we can literally do any size, any shape, any material. In this case here, it just happens to be maple. And the reason why maple came up is actually because we've done a ton of coins using MDF and a ton of coins using oak. And the customer said, well, we want a cleaner wood. because oak has a lot of grain, and when you finish it, it has a very dark color. And when you do laser engraving on top of that, you're adding more darkness. Well, if you go with something like maple, it's a very light wood, almost like pine. And it's a very clean, blemish-free surface. And the laser engraving comes out really, really great because of that. Now, again, when it comes to what we're doing, if you notice with the laser, we're doing one at a time. So that means if you wanted, let's say, 100 coins, all different sizes and shapes and designs, that's not a problem at all for us. You can also see the limitation here. So if you wanted a coin that was actually all of this, that's not a problem either. Now, if you want a coin that's maybe 3 or 4 feet, that might be a bit of an issue because those kind of trees are really expensive and they're hard to come by. But there's other ways to go about doing that kind of stuff. We could actually make one out of metal for you. So if you're looking for custom coins, any size, any shape, any material, contact me at CNCKing.com. We'll make it for you and ship it right to your door.